Go on by, go on by. Oh, he's facing the wrong direction. Ricky Racer. Oh, just like that, we're shifting without a hand. All right, so this may be the last night for the Africa Twin. The guy said he would come by either today or tomorrow, and today is now tomorrow being Saturday. So, and I'm actually at the point where if he doesn't show up, I'm kind of good with it. After changing the air filters, doing a little modification to the intake tubes, and putting fresh coolant in there, and then going through the bike, having all the panels and stuff off, kind of fixing little things. I wouldn't actually mind if the old girl stuck around a while. So there we go. Shut that signal off there, rookie. There we go. And put it sport. I'm a sport. Hey, sport. And all my pockets are zipped. All right, let's go to work. You want to go with me? Wish you could go in place of me, but maybe someday soon. Bill Widget guy's working on it. And it's a Saturday night, so we'll put our spidey sense on high as we're driving down the road. Oops, let me hit my trip meter. Got playing with my trip meter. Let's get in the right lane. Put my signal on. Yeah, you know, I thought Sport 3 was the least. See, there's my hand. That's what I love about the bike. I thought Sport 3. Oops. I'm new. I thought Sport 3 was the most aggressive of the sports, but I have it in Sport 1 and I actually kind of enjoy it. And it seems to be the lesser of the two, so I think I had those back aspirates. So, but anyway, yeah, I just love the put down this bike. I was really just trying to make some room in the garage, like work on the DR650s, because I plan on having both of them apart and stuff, and there's no reason the Tenere can't do this run every night that works. So anyways, that was my reasoning for selling this, but man, it's such a clean old Africa Twin, and the way it is right now, having, you know, the coolant, the air filters done, if I were to ride this to South Dakota and up into Montana on my vacation, all I'd really be looking at would be doing a oil change before I go. So yeah, we shall see, we shall see. If the guy comes today, fine. If he doesn't, then, you know, I'm fine with that too. So having the money in the bank would be fine, but falling star just worked out. But yeah, I do really like this bike. I really do. I just it's so comfortable, and it's fires up every time, and it seems to run a little bit better since I did the air filters and the mod. I think it's liking that new coolant in there, so yeah, I think the old girl responds to a little bit of loving. And you know, these Africa Twins, they're just so smooth, you know, running 80 miles an hour at, I don't know, 4,500 RPM. Yeah, just, and I like the way the bike's laid out. But yeah, these things are just smooth. I like this DCT. I never thought I'd be saying that, being the next motocross desert racer guy. But yeah, I do like the DCT. You know, especially for a work vehicle or for a trail vehicle. Yeah, it works out pretty good. You know, I like the fact I can just paddle shift it if I'm out in the dirt for lower or higher gear or whatever I need. So, yeah, all good. But I tell you what, for a commuter bike, and this thing is just ideal. You know, I get in traffic, I don't have to hold the clutch in, I don't do anything, it's not going to stall. It's just smooth as glass, you know. So, we shall see. You know, the handling on the road's really good, the handling on the trails is really good. This actually has a little bit more suspension travel than the Tenere, which is amazing. But the Tenere has the all-important, it weighs less. And it's a good bike too. It's got a totally different feel. I wish it did feel like this, but yeah, Tenere is a good bike. So. What do we have here? Oh, he got the biker. Wow. Uh-oh. Maybe being a little bit late was good tonight. Wow. So I wouldn't mind if they cracked down on the speeders, because sometimes I'm doing like 77, 78 miles an hour, and they go by me clearly 90 to over 100. I mean, they just fly by me like I'm standing still. So I'm glad they're out here on the speeders. And this speedometer, I compared it to the GPS, and it runs 2 miles an hour slower. I know my V-Strom used to be 4. I'm watching that guy with the hanging bumper there. If ever you get some guy and there's pieces like hanging on their car, like a bumper or a fender, or it's all beat up, I give them a wide berth, man, I tell you. And right about here is where I looked up, yep, just kind of see how the approach is going to be. Blending onto the freeway. Nice. Yeah, the days are still hot, but like right now, even though it says 91, feels pretty darn good actually. And you can see there's highway patrol lights over there, so they're working this road tonight, which is actually really good. But it's such an enjoyable ride to work on the bike. I just love it. You know, I've been riding all winter, all last winter, and then I haven't really missed it. I missed one day due to rain, I think, where I took the truck, where I had someplace to go. But I've only missed one day through all last winter, and then been riding all summer. And that's why I like this shift, is because normally this freeway, the Interstate 10, would be a parking lot, but this time in the morning it's not too bad. I don't feel it being overly dangerous. Mainly worry about wrong way drivers and the people who pass me at over 100 miles an hour. Yeah, nice. So anyway, we'll see if this guy shows up tomorrow. This, like I said, it could be the last ride for the old widget guy. Yeah, nice. We got lights over there, so yeah, they are watching the speeders tonight. Fantastic. Thank you guys. Men in blue. Glad to see that. And I've noticed the traffic tonight isn't as fast as it usually is. You know, I don't have anybody flying by me at high rates of speed so far. And I've noticed the trucks have stayed in their lane. A lot of times you'll get the semis over here in the high-speed lane, which, no, I don't think we're supposed to be over here. And there's the bustling city of Phoenix skyscrapers. Another highway patrolman. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. When I was growing up, there was only about 5 or 6 skyscrapers. I got the Corvette guy. Yeah, baby. And now, I don't know, there's 30. I don't know. And then over this way, we have the Coliseum, and they're supposed to be getting ready for the state fair season. So every night I go by and I look to see if they're constructing the rides And we're going under what they call the Deck Park Tunnel. There's actually a park on top of this thing. And there's always a lot of wrecks inside here. Always. And I don't know if you can see it, I'll slow down a smidge. That entrance right there is where they had planned on having buses pick up passengers, but that never went through. There's a stairwell that connects you from the top to the bottom. But they figured that wasn't good or whatever reason, but yeah, it's kind of cool on the inside. From what I've seen on the newscast and stuff, people going in there. All right. So even with getting gas, yeah, I'll get to work early, like always. Like I said, taking the bike saves 30 minutes off my daily commute each way. I get to leave the house later, and I don't have to dig around with the employee parking lot, taking a bus or a train to where I work. So, yeah, it's really nice. And I'm actually spoiled by it. You know, the thought of parking in the employee parking lot, it's like, And this is such a nice ride. And especially getting off work. You know, I look forward to seeing the bike there, and I look forward to just hopping on the bike and feeling the wind, freedom. Yeah, it's nice. And today being Saturday, it should be a nice experience on Friday. And we'll mosey on over here. I try and stay inside this black line here, because there is a groove in there that'll wobble the bike. I'd rather not have a wobble, but this guy here is going a little bit slow, so I'm going to peel to the outside. Yeah, we're about 5,800 RPM, 5,600 RPM doing a 78. We'll stay in this lane all the way in. So, yeah, looking forward to vacation time coming up. Getting the heck out of the big city. I just received my Montana map in the mail from Amazon today. It's from a different company, but it's like a recreational Montana map. So I thought I'd order one and kind of compare it to Butler. I know there's no replacement Butler, but if it's good enough for 12, 13 bucks cheaper, yeah, I can get away with that. So, but anyway, I thought I'd check it out on my lunch hour today. Really, the truck's going in here? Oh, we have a cop sitting there, somebody sitting there. Normally, there's nobody here. But maybe you caught a speeder off on the road. Come on, truck. It's either a speeder or disabled. Jeez, dude. Go on by, go on by. Oh, he's facing the wrong direction. Ricky Racer. Ain't never seen that before in all my nights, so it worked out good I was filming. Yeah, normally I'd come flying around this corner. Yep. And I can open my shield. I think we're going slow enough. And they got all the planes parked out here. I actually used to fly cargo out of here over there every night for about a year and a half. The midnight Burbank run, Phoenix to Burbank. It's weird sometimes how your life evolves around a certain spot. Turn my brights off. When I was a kid, my mom worked not far from here for a place that used to make aircraft parts. And she used to take me there when she worked on the weekends, and I would sit outside and watch the airplanes fly over. That's when there was commercial and private aircraft flying out of here. And then later on in my years, it got to be where I was flying out of here. And then now, in my later years, I'm working out of here again. So, it's just kind of weird. All right, guys, that's all I know. Would you guys signing off? And yeah, we'll see if this thing goes or stays or what. Like I said, I'm kind of good with either. And would you guy out? Guys, take care. We're off and we are locked. Nice.